on your house. Like, I think where there's some smoke, there's some, I mean, we're not just going to make something up out of nowhere that is easily provable. This isn't like, did you cheat? Did you not cheat? Did you, I mean, there's a public record of these things. And if the train is moving, the train is coming. So look, I think that Kim, to go on and say this isn't true, right? She did that Instagram like months ago, like, I'm not losing my house and fuck all of you. Be careful, girl, what you say, because those are really strong things to say something's not happening. What is, I mean, it doesn't, I mean, I would tend to think this is true. Where is this coming from? I mean, these are public records.
Right.
Why would everyone be saying this if it wasn't even remotely true?
But
And once it, right?
well, when your house goes into foreclosure, though, don't they have to be moving out? I mean, I guess my thing is, has anyone down in Atlanta seen moving trucks at their home? You know, their home is massive on a golf course. They originally paid $800,000 for the home. It's now supposedly valued at over $2 million because of all the upgrades and improvements they made, and generally the increase in market.
But when sold at foreclosure, you get like the Girardi house went for 6.9
Oh yeah, and they
versus
had
13.
originally, yeah, listed that at 13. I mean, has anyone seen any movement around there? I would think that if they were being foreclosed and the house is going to auction in a month, you know, a week before, they're coming to lock your, you know, they're coming to change the locks on your house. So has anyone seen any movement? And why isn't that like on Reddit, on a public blog, if it's true?
Sorry, book me a flight to Atlanta for next week, please. Thank you. I mean, is this just another housewife that, can't accept what's going on? I mean, we had Jen Shaw, and she's free Jen Shaw, and she's having, $5,000-$10,000 dinners at Valbella in New York. I mean, is Kim just in denial that this is your reality? Live it, live it, live it. Everyone thinks I'm such a snob when I mentioned, like, I have 3 homes. Guess what? If I couldn't afford it, I would say I live in a 1-bedroom, or I live in a studio in a bad part of town, and my name is David. This is my life. Love it, or just live your truth. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I don't know how you got into this situation. I don't understand how people get into situations of buying something they can't afford. Even if you are on TV and a paycheck is coming in, I don't know how you count on that. I don't know how that's your
It's
thing
fake it
to
till you
sleep at
make
night. But for
it.
who?
I think because I think they feel, and you see this with all the housewives now, you see it constantly. I think they feel like they have to present that they live this glamorous life, like their makeup lines are so successful
Well,
that
you're not on TV anymore. So who are you doing this for? I told this story with someone else, but like, I'll tell it for 2 seconds. Here in LA, my apartment's getting ready. It's going to be a studio. It's going to be like a hotel room in a nice building with a pool and a gym. And it's like 5-star building, but it's going to be a studio. Someone in the Bravo world said to me, like, oh, what, are you getting a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom? Like, I'm getting a studio. And they're like, what? I'm like, well, I mean, it's my 3rd home. And they're like, everyone's going to think you lost all your money, or
who
everyone's going to
cares?
think that's what I said. They're going to think your show is going. I'm like, okay, please think that I'm not, what? I'm not, this apartment isn't to show off to the world. This isn't like to prove my dick size. How are you going to
Yeah.
have people over? First of all, there's many common rooms and a pool if I want. No one's coming over. I don't like having people over. I'm like, whatever. I'm like a misanthrope who likes to just be alone when I'm home. So, but like that comment, it was so serious. It was so
Yes.
real. And I'm like, this comment is the actual problem. And I don't need to out who said this, but it is someone from the Bravo world who was literally dead serious of like, everyone's going to think you're like broke. And I'm like, it's a studio in like a 5-star building, and it's my 3rd home. And who cares? Who
Yeah.
cares? So like, I mean, but that just comment was like the problem with all of this, right?
It's the same with me. When I first moved to Los Angeles a year ago, I mean, my husband and I always live below my means. Like I just do, because I love having money in the bank. If God forbid
It's
anything,
freedom, babe.
it's freedom. And I did like a little quick tour on my social media of my little 2-bedroom apartment. It's probably a 1960s building, 1970s building. And I had messages from people that were like, wow, I thought you'd live in a nicer place by now. I'm like, thanks. I'm like, Okay, well, I don't really care. I mean, this is like,
Own it.
I don't want to pay. I do not want to give somebody $4,500 to $5,000 a month when I could be using that towards my mortgage. I'm spending less than 3 grand on my apartment for 2 bedrooms. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I am saving money. Sorry. But
Let me
it's funny that people do say that and they do feel that way about, I think anybody that they see in the public eye.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna post Hollywood. I'm gonna post the Hamptons. I'm gonna post New York. We're gonna do one tour of each, and then we're gonna move on. New York's not ready. It won't be ready. I'm not Melissa Gorgoning this shit and posting it every other day. Yeah, I mean, it's like you post it just to post it, and then you move on. And good for you. And LA, God, I had a wake up call. It ain't cheap. It's it ain't cheap.
So expensive. Los Angeles is probably, I don't care what people say, LA, San Fran, most expensive
Not
city.
more than New York.
You
As
don't
far
think?
as rents, no, but it is cheaper, but it's more than I would think. I have that arrogance about New York. No, New York is like, I could tell you, like studio to studio, one bedroom. It's definitely more, but it
In New
ain't
York.
cheap.
It's
Yeah,
more in New York City. Okay,
but it
gotcha.
ain't fucking cheap. I've had a real wake up call myself. Real wake up call.
Mm.
Well, all right, Kim, I think it's true. To answer your question, I think it's true. Does anyone care about this? I mean, Lala and James cheated. She was with Randall. He was with Raquel. They cheated with each other. We saw that, on Vanderpump Rules. I don't know. I mean, is that, I guess,
I would think that is a big deal because Lala has built her, the past year on essentially alluding to that Randall's just this creepy scoundrel drug addict that also cheated on her all the time. So I would think if, these cheating, this rumor coming out, it's not even a rumor, right? It's confirmed that they cheated and Raquel has said so as well. I would
yeah.
think this hurts Lala in her ongoing custody battle with Randall a little bit, don't you?
Well, Randall has a lot of other allegations against him too,
He does. Yeah. I mean, Randall's in some
which are real
alleged.
dark. I
Yes.
mean, real dark. Here's the thing. I'm first lost on, I just need to picture Randall. Like Kim and I were saying something like, Teresa and Louis, they talk about all the sex they have. And I'm like, please stop. I cannot picture this. Lala and James, I just want to picture that for at least like an hour. Like, think of how hot that is. That is like, I mean, I think Lala's an animal in the bedroom. I think James is an animal in the bedroom. I think they're both really fucking hot. So once I'm over that, no, I think it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't, in my defense, at this point of this taping, I have not seen the first episode of Vanderpump Rules, but I would like to watch Vanderpump Rules. I still think this season is back. It has a lot of buzz. I'm curious what people thought who saw it. No, this doesn't really,
Oh my God.
like, I'm
Please let
like,
me know. Please let us know. Because do I
I'm
need to
like,
watch?
okay.
Never watched Vanderpump Rules. I've never cared. And I really try to get into it for you and our audience only, but I just don't give a lick. And I know. And Lisa Vanderpump is everywhere. And by the way, people have come for me on the comments about me. Like, I don't know even what I've said about Lisa Vanderpump, but people are like, leave Lisa Vanderpump out of your mouth.